It's 6 o'clock on the dot.
I'm in my drop top,
Cruising the streets.
Boom, 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 boom. I got a real pretty little thing that's waiting for me. Boom, boom, boom.
I pulled up, anticipating good love. I can't keep him waiting.
I got plans to put my hands in places you've never seen.
Boy, you know what I mean.
Let me take you to a place
That's nice and quiet, but there ain't no one there to interrupt. Ain't gotta rush. I just wanna take it nice and slow. Now, baby, tell me what you wanna do.
Here we are.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay.
Don't give him no more. Don't
Okay.
give no more.
Okay, y'all. Okay, as we got people coming in, let's wait just a second. Okay, Thursday. I hope y'all doing all right. Okay, so
Lady E joined. I joined.
yeah, I see.
So hey guys, welcome in.
Sluggish Phoenix. Yeah, everybody gonna start coming in as we go.
So
hey user.
Today
hey
we
Phoenix.
are Misha.
Hey Misha.
Today we are
Misha.
touring a local and well-known pharmaceutical slash
we're gonna do the history of Mallinkrodt.
All type of this place
Mallinkrodt
did lots of different things.
Hey Lisa.
Electrical, pharmaceutical, agriculture, you know.
You name
I don't
it.
know exactly what they do, but they do a lot of things. So a little
we're gonna be doing Mallinkrodt history
of Mallinkrodt
in St. Louis. I think that's the title of it.
It's very interesting.
I think that's it. Yeah, it's very, 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 very interesting. Y'all gonna be like, oh, thank you, Misha. So y'all gonna be like, oh no.
Well, yeah. This is just history.
It is history.
Verifiable history. I mean, it's in the books. But welcome in and give you some things that up front we got, this little bulletin board things. So remember, we now have
hey Jackie,
but we are trying to reach a goal of 1,000 paid subscribers. We had another person just subscribe.
Yes, Time. Thank you, Time.
Very much. And so now we are trying to get to 1,000, at least the $3 level. And this, is a pledge to get this
our bus going,
this touring bus going.
Yes,
for the insurance and the registration and all that. So if you can, $3 level subscription, buy a T-shirt. All that's on the TikTok shop. Merchandise, or you can become a super fan, all types of stuff. Just browse the site.
And then this is the last one we doing before my birthday too. So I don't know if I'm gonna be on Sunday. Sunday is my birthday.
Hey Jackie.
And I wanted to do the live on Mallinkrodt before my birthday. So I'm gonna kind of have this be like a sort of like a birthday live. You know what I'm saying? I should have said that, but yeah. And so today, hey Kate, since I wanted to talk about Mallinkrodt, that's what we're gonna be talking about. It is going to cover Coldwater Creek, and then also the current pharmaceutical crisis that we in. So I had like I knew about the Coldwater Creek and all of that. We live here, but I did not know that they were responsible. Mallinkrodt was responsible for a large part of the current
epidemic,
the crisis, the pharmaceutical crisis that we are currently in. Do you know about the contamination in Wilson? Yes, I do, Kate. I knew about all of that. I did not know about that they were a main producer of, as a nurse, you know what I'm saying? Like can we say morphine on here? Opiates. Yeah. They were a major producer of opiates. And it is a huge problem that is across the nation. And I had no clue, no idea that Mallinkrodt was involved in that until I started doing research on Mallinkrodt. So today we're going to cover, I think a lot of us here in the city, when we think about Mallinkrodt, it's kind of like a positivity that used to go along with it. Because, they're in our hospitals. They have like all these places with their name on it. And so it's kind of like positive, but it's not a positive company. You know what I'm saying? And so we're going to talk about that today. So, yeah. You got anything else to say, babe, before we get going?
Nope.
I was just talking about the subject Mallinkrodt this morning. Oh, okay. Well, this is going to be a little bit of history on the family. the areas around the city that are currently still contaminated and nothing is being done about. And then, like I said, we're going to talk about the current opioid crisis as well. Okay. And AI actually says we're going to discuss the history of Mallinkrodt and its role in the opioid crisis. Wow. That's crazy. AI is doing what they're supposed to do. Now, we need you to get your seatbelts on right now because we don't want no ticket because you didn't click it. Okay. Yes. So please, get the seatbelt on. Please, don't be back there fighting. No Dr. Pepper. If you got Tang, throw it out of the car right now. Whoa. Excuse me. Wait, what did you say? I didn't hear you. Okay, he's stuck. Let me. Okay. All right. I'm sorry.
You done got me stuck on that.
Tang is leaving. Thank you, Misha. Thank you, Jackie.
Gang. We're going to have something to say about that.
Yeah, we ain't got no Tang gang. Ain't nobody here with that. Okay, y'all. So we got the seatbelts on. We finna get started now. I hope y'all are relaxed. Got y'all. You know, I got my what we got these yoga pants. He got on his shorts. You know what I'm saying? We straight chilling. You should be.
Cool in front.
Trevor. See, before you even put the car in the drive, Trevor is in here tripping.
Thank you.
He's in here tripping.
Now that's how you carry it. Plenty of ice with a lid. Look, plenty of ice with a lid.
Okay.
That's how we.
Okay, is that
how? That's how we know what that means.
Trevor, I'm gonna ask you nicely to kindly remove the lid and pour the Tang out onto the sidewalk.
Into my mouth.
Okay. Into your mouth.
Into my mouth with extra ice. Come on, come on now, Tang.
Yeah, we ain't
stand
doing
up.
It. No, okay, I cannot. Okay, so we're gonna start on our tour. Trevor, I'm thanking you for putting away the Tang before we go. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about Mallinkrodt. All right, and we are currently on Broadway. What is this? North Broadway?
This is way north Broadway.
This is North Broadway.
This is north of the arch.
Okay.
Way north.
So in 1831, a German immigrant named Emil Mallinkrodt moved to St. Louis from Germany. He was born into an aristocratic family in 1806. So again, take in mind what I'm saying. Mallinkrodt was rich when he came to America. Okay, he was from a rich German family. He came to America and he actually knew William Clark. Okay, that was way back. So he met William Clark. He knew William Clark. And he actually ended up purchasing some land from William Clark to start a farm. And that was down in this area right here. Because back in the day, this would have been prime location.
Right.
And this was the city.
All the industrial, all this was like
yes,
popping.
as y'all can see.
And all these little standard stamping, all this stuff was booming.
It was booming. It was popular.
This was the hub. Steamships, everything.
Everything would have been coming off the river. Okay. Yeah. So this would have been very busy. And you can see that we have all these factories here now that are closed. It's sad to see it like this. But
like expansion kills what's left behind it. Because when they put
this is Missouri, St. Louis.
When they put 70 in, it basically runs right over this. So it just all this down here just became because this used to be the main thoroughfare. Yeah. To get you from
this
here.
Was Bell Fountain Road as well.
It would get you all the way to Bell Fountain and all the way to South County that way, all the way back to Lee May and where Ulysses Grant lived.
Yeah. And then it's one of the worst streets in the city just with the potholes because they say that a lot of like trucks and stuff are down here.
Yeah, and it's old.
Yeah, Produce Row and stuff is down here.
And you got the
this is where a lot of our produce come from, St. Louis.
Yeah.
Down here, right behind the old Malls factory.
Yeah, North Market.
You can see it back there. That's our Produce Row. When you get those diarrhea of lettuce, it's coming from the Produce Row. Allegedly. Okay, watch the potholes. I don't want Trevor's Tang to spill over me. I can't, Amy.
It's okay.
He poured it out, Amy. He don't have it.
Well,
okay. So he arrived in St. Louis in 1831 and he purchased land from William Clark, right? And that land was in North St. Louis in the town of Bremen, or AKA is now called Hyde Park. So this is in the Hyde Park neighborhood.
Right.
It's set near North Broadway and Salisbury Street, running alongside Broadway. And it was a nice sized farm. He grew potatoes, corn, and hay. And then he also had an apple and pear orchard that sat down here. So that would have been really nice. It was just apples and pears and all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, this street is just getting to me. Okay, now William had land down here, and it was called Cottonwood Swamp, and he sold a portion of it to Mallinkrodt. We are coming up on Mallinkrodt right now. This is Mallinkrodt.
Yes.
Now,
giant industrial, whatever,
Now, Emil got into farming, but he really liked the chemistry side of farming. So he really started getting into like fertilizers, ways to make your crop multiply, using chemicals and stuff like that. St. Louis was known because we also are the home of like Monsanto.
Yes.
And so we're like known for these things.
Yeah,
okay.
Boeing, they make jets.
This is Mallinkrodt.
And fighter jets, ammunition. Yeah, so we do a lot of that industrial type stuff.
Yeah. So he was a very intelligent man. He really got into the chemical side of farming. So he had 3 sons, and when his sons actually were able to get the farm, they basically were like, we don't want a farm. We want to take some of the money that you're making from selling these crops. You gonna stop around here just so we can do the little history. They got gates around all the lots over here now. Okay, which is insane. This is all their property, and it's probably gated because all of this stuff down here is completely contaminated with radioactive materials. This whole area is contaminated.
That's why I can see my bones.
It could be.
You done brought me down here.
Now, I'm gonna tell y'all how it got that way. So his sons, basically when they were about to inherit the farm, were like, we don't want a farm. We want to take the farming money and invest it in our education. And so they took the money and invested it in their education overseas in Germany. And they were trained overseas in Germany. Okay. And they studied under Europe's top chemists. And upon returning in St. Louis in 1867, their fathers handed over the business to them. And he handed over land to each of them. And they began producing chemicals. And the chemicals that they started producing were needed for commercial photography and frontier medications. So when we talk about like frontier medications, we talking about like the stuff that would have been like ether.
Yeah, like crude
chloroform.
Yeah.
The ammonia. These are the things that Mallinkrodt was producing down here on this land. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like frontier medicine.
Frontier medicine.
You're right.
Yeah. And so even with that, you would think, just the footprint that left.
Right.
that they was doing down here is just insane.
And the photography stuff.
Yes, and it was people who were photographers, and they were killed because they were inhaling all of this stuff that they used to need.
You had to put your whole head and shoulders under this black cloth, look through this viewfinder, and then you had this, whatever that was, that would be the flash, it would explode. And then all that smoke would go under that hood, and you would breathe it in.
And they were producing it here, right down here.
Right. And it was like a sulfur type. It was
just a lot of. My dad worked security at Mallinkrodt. Your dad worked on contaminated radioactive land here. Okay. So they started off by doing that, right? So they had like this whole factory filtration system where they would get like raw materials and transform them into these chemicals.
Right.
And by 1870 to 1880, the photography industry was like starting to do it differently, and they didn't need all of those chemicals. And Mallinkrodt saw that it was going to be a lapse in monies, so they changed strategies. And instead of doing photography, they started focusing their chemistry production on morphine. And this was all the way back in 1880. They started dealing with morphine. Okay, so they started buying morphine overseas, and then they would bring it over here and basically purify it and then sell it to like baby syrup companies. Wait a second. They start selling them to baby syrup companies, and they had these syrups that they would give them. The babies would take this syrup back in the day, and they would tell you it was for like colic and teething. Yeah. And it was literally morphine.
Fussy baby.
It was like 65 milligrams of morphine infused with 100% pure alcohol. And these people were putting it on people's gums, on baby gums. And it was overdosing babies. And one of the main syrups back in the day was called Mrs. Wilson Soothing Syrup. Thousands of babies died from this. And they were getting the active ingredient from St. Louis, Mallinkrodt. And this was in 1800. So they've been dealing in this for a long time. Okay. Now, because the Mrs. The soothing syrup company went out of business because they were sued into oblivion. Mallinkrodt didn't get any of that. And it was because Mallinkrodt sold morphine as refined or bulk. So their names were left off of packaging. And this allowed them to keep every single penny that they earned, which they then reinvested to become a chemical leader in America. And they were able to avoid any blame, and they simply moved the bulk morphine supply to hospital cells and the military. So they start dealing to the military and to your local hospitals. Okay? And so they never stopped that. So they were making all this money from that. And so then they said, you know what? What's another way we can make money? Because we ain't getting enough in from that. And they had a friend that was actually in business with the government. And he came to them in April of 1942 with the top secret Manhattan Project. Now, back in the day, to build these weapons, they needed to build a weapon, the atomic weapon. And so they came to Mallinkrodt because, remember, I told y'all they were purifying chemicals and purifying things. And in order to build the atomic bomb, you needed ultra pure uranium. But you could only manufacture it a few grams at a time in a test tube. So it would have took them forever to get it. So they came to Mallinkrodt and they started doing it. They were special. And they were doing it they was doing it big. Just big time productions. And it was all being done down here. Okay, so I'm going to get out so y'all can see where Mallinkrodt sit. And all of the land down here is now contaminated with uranium, thorium. It's like a lot of stuff. I'm going to read them off to y'all. But this is one of the radioactive sites currently. Now, if you want to build down here in this location, you actually have to get federal land permits in order to dig and build, because this is considered a nuclear waste site. Right. So they were moving like tons and tons of radioactive materials through this area right here. And this is Mallinkrodt. As you can see, it's a lot of land. They don't really like you to be down here, I don't think, do they? No. They don't really like you down here. Cameras. Yeah. This is Mallinkrodt. Security came out. So this all right here is radioactive. Right. It's contaminated. Basically, ain't it all the way up to cold? Yeah, it's all the way up. Whatever land that he owned, is that was owned by Mallinkrodt. Emil is radioactive. You can't build on it. And your father worked in the guard shack. Yeah, he was really in the heat of it. And so they built this on top. They actually built this on top of the radioactive stuff. And so they can't remove it now because it's underneath the building. And so, yeah. So this is the first stop. Okay, we're going to get back in the car and we're going to talk more about Mallinkrodt because it's so much more to talk about with them. Okay, thank you, babe. Why do they have development if it was radioactive? What? Why do they have development there if it was radioactive? I don't know. We talking about the government. Why has Mallinkrodt been able to get away with the stuff that they done? It's because we have no say in anything that happens here. Can buy government. Yeah, let's be real. We trying to say here, it's not us, it's the rich, the powerful. What we all down here doing? We fighting for the same thing. To have a decent school for our kids to go to, a decent home, Yes. The rich is the ones that get away with everything. Now, okay, as I was saying, to build the atomic bomb, they needed ultra pure uranium. Now, they began producing uranium at the old North St. Louis plant, which is where we just showed you. And by July 1942, they began shipping 1 ton of pure uranium to a Chicago lab. And they were able to run successful nuclear reactions in December of 1942. And from that moment on, Mallinkrodt was the single source processor of uranium. And every single grain of uranium that was processed by Mallinkrodt was actually used to bomb Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So all of the uranium that was in those bombs was produced in St. Louis.
Wow.
And that would have been in the Little Boy and in the Fat Man that they dropped. That was the name of the bombs. Now, the company received huge payments by the federal government, and this made Mallinkrodt almost an untouchable company. And as they processed the uranium, they left behind a toxic, deadly trail of radioactive waste that has poisoned St. Louis for nearly 80 years. And today, these lands still remain contaminated with uranium, radium, and thorium.
Radioactive isotopes.
Now, unlike other atomic exposed area, Mallinkrodt is built on top of radioactive soil. And because it is a functioning factory, cleaning the property has been impossible. And if anyone purchases land owned by the Mallinkrodt family, you are required by federal law to treat the ground and the land that you are buying, as it is considered a low-level nuclear waste zone. This was not the only areas destroyed by Mallinkrodt. They treated the nuclear waste that they made with astonishing negligence. Okay, now, when we talk about negligence, let's first start with the people that worked for Mallinkrodt. So you had the people that were working there, that would go there every day in their work clothes and then go home with no type of, you would just go in like you do now, clock in. No and then you would work with radioactive materials. And then you would take that home to your family. Okay, they said most people would be shoveling and like going through all this radioactive material, and it would be yellow, like dust on them. And when they would leave, they would be glowing, and they would take this stuff home to their families. And then their wives, when they were doing laundry, would shake this radium stuff off in their houses, and it would poison the whole family.
Right, come all through your vents and everybody breathing it in.
Yeah. So these families had higher death rates from cancers and just abnormal diseases that these families were getting. Only carpet bombing with napalm. Whose family had cancer? Whole families have cancer. Yes, whole families have cancer. Now, that was the first people that I'm talking about. These people, the uranium workers, had a 79% higher death rate from brain and lung cancer. Also, they had increased death rate as it related to fatal kidney diseases and respiratory illnesses. So, Mallinkrodt also polluted local communities, causing cancer clusters throughout St. Louis City and St. Louis County. And for decades, nuclear waste created by Mallinkrodt was stored in open-air containers all around St. Louis. And by 1949, thousands of drums packed with uranium residue was stacked directly next to the headwaters of Coldwater Creek in North St. Louis County. Just open bins of nuclear waste, with just rotten, rusting, and they just left it there. Okay, so when you just have something out in the elements and it's metal, it starts corroding,
and they just dump over. So and like the water, in the tide, just anything can happen. Storms.
So, like they literally didn't care. They didn't care about us, and they knew what they were doing. It was kind of like, if y'all know about the radium girls, you remember the girls that had to
put the numbers on the watches, and they used radium, and they would lick it and then paint the number on, and they had where their jaws came off and all. Yeah, they don't care.
I don't. It's like some people. I'm finna just block somebody real fast because. Yeah. You know what's really weird is that anybody would even come on here to say something crazy when we are not. This has nothing to do with color. They did this mostly to the white people.
Right.
So I don't, like, somebody just said something about, the white guy did something to me. No, they did this mostly to whites.
The white Americans.
They did it to us too. But yeah, baby. Most of this stuff was poisoning suburbs. Who live in the suburbs?
And that's not to even mention.
It's like stop that racist stuff, man.
The actual Manhattan Project and all the U.S. soldiers that were out there, and they would just explode radioactive stuff and just say, "Hey, lay down in the sand."
Right.
These are white GI members. These white American soldiers mainly.
That's crazy.
This is everybody. These are Americans that this affected.
Mm-hmm.
but
this is not about race. Like, if that's what you're seeing, you really should seek help. We have a mental health crisis going on, and you need to seek help right now. Because if you think this is about race, something wrong. Okay? So, yeah, they were the main people that they poisoned were in the suburbs.
Yeah, right. And then the radium girls were, I think,
the radium girls were all white.
Yeah, they didn't hire black
all
women
white
to do
women.
that.
And they lied to them.
Right. And they had them exposed to radioactive paint because radium will glow on a watch dial.
Yep.
And they're putting it in their mouths, and then, you know, they said they're in the ground and they still glow.
They're still
glowing today. Yeah, so it ain't about black or white.
That's crazy. So,
right and wrong.
As I was saying, the Mallinkrodt had open bins of nuclear waste just sitting out by waterways, sitting out on lots, just laying on top of soil, just not caring what was happening. It was exposed to weather, and so it rains, and it snows, and we have wind, and it was blowing everything.
Its way into the river,
and it's in all our water.
The Missouri and the Mississippi.
We on 170, yes.
You know how they come together up there.
Yes.
The confluence. Yeah, that's so that got in down and through there, cold water. It got into the river too. Yeah.
Now, they had some of the stuff sitting down here downtown, and they were told to move this material in the 1960s. And they moved that material from downtown to a street called Laddie Avenue. And Laddie Avenue is in the suburbs. And it was at one time, it was people all around this area. White folks.
Berkeley, right?
By white people.
Yeah.
Berkeley was a white community. They separated from Kinloch.
Yeah, because Kinloch was the all black. Separated between them, so yeah, they dumped it in a white suburb.
And so when they were bringing it out here like we taking the drive that these they put them in dump trucks. Okay, and if we all know anything about dump trucks don't really have a covering over them. They didn't used to. Yeah. They do now sometimes.
They got the tarp system now, but yeah, even with that, when you have dirt and rock, it bounces out. That's how you get the little windshield cracks. Stuff bounces out. So if you got radioactive dirt, it's bouncing out.
Yeah, so they had these trucks driving this radioactive waste out here to Laddie Avenue, and it was on St. Louis roads and streets, and it basically blew out onto our roads, which are now contaminated as well.
Right. And in the air.
It's just crazy.
And
it's everywhere.
Into the foliage, so it gets into your ground where you're planting your vegetables.
Yes.
So, you know, nuclear waste.
This is,
that's a lot, you know.
It's just amazing. Like, now a federal survey from 1976 shows highly dangerous levels of radiation have migrated off of storage sites and into surrounding suburbs. And to top everything off, there was a company called the Cotter Corp, and they purchased the remaining nuclear waste. Now, to avoid paying nuclear waste disposal fees, the company blended the radioactive materials with dirt to dilute its appearance, and it illegally dumped 8,700 tons into the Westlake landfill, and they failed to disclose this. So it was a landfill, and it was burning, and it's poisoning everybody in the city because we got rain and we got, you know what I'm saying?
We're inhaling the radioactive smoke.
So yeah, they had it out here by the airport.
And that thing's been burning for what?
It's been burning for a while with nuclear waste.
Right. Underground, like fire.
Now,
something.
Some of the areas that have been shown to still contain the most radiation would be, they're messing with your live. Have you covered the airport in Kinloch? Who is? That's the documentary that I saw about the landfill in nearby home. Yes, we were talking about St. Louis. Some of the areas that have been shown to still contain a lot of radiation would be the Westlake landfill. The slap is also called the SLAP site, and that's at Lambert, and it is a 21-acre tract of land. I'm gonna get to that, y'all, about the suing. TikTok. Yeah, I don't know why they just passed my exit. I don't know why anybody would be messing with the live at all, because we're not really. I mean, this is just truth. I mean, come on. So they have it at the Westlake landfill, of course, because that's still burning. Okay, that's a huge source. The Laddie Avenue ravine, which is where we headed out this way, and this was the Hazelwood storage site, and they call that HISS, and that is located a half mile from the airport. This area became the secondary storage site. This is where I was telling you where they brought the the stuff from the city
with dirt in it.
Yeah, so the Laddie site is very, very contained. What'd you say? Contaminated. I'm reading this. I'm gonna catch up to you. What? I grew up in Bridgeton and went to Pattonville. Oh, okay. I went to Riverview. So wait, how are you driving and live? Because I'm not driving. I don't drive. I'm sitting in the passenger seat. Yes.
Yeah, because you would see a steering.
Yeah, I don't drive.
If you was driving.
Yeah. I mean, I have a license. So, as I was saying, the most active radioactive sites. Also, I don't know if it's license. So, as I was saying, the most active radioactive sites. Also, I don't know if it's pronounced Jana or Jana Elementary, but Jana Elementary was discovered to have been a hotbed of radioactive activity. Students who attended in the 70s, 80s, and 90s report dealing with brain cancer, leukemia, thyroid cancer, and autoimmune conditions like lupus. And some families have reported multi-generations with cancers because people stay in the same houses and their kids go to the same schools they go to. And so it was the parents that went to the Jana Elementary, and then they sent their kids there. Yeah. And they got cancer.
In the 90s, that'd be 3 generations of people.
Yeah, so they were exposed.
Right.
So
long-term exposed, yeah.
That's one of the areas. They closed this school down. The school has been closed and is currently used for industrial purposes only. And so for people that's wanting to know, was Mallinkrodt ever held responsible? Now, while it has escaped direct financial penalties for the radioactive pollution around the city, which I'm going to tell y'all about, they have had to answer for their opioid crisis, their part in that, okay? Now, let me tell you about what they had to do with the opioid crisis, which I thought was crazy. Now, unlike Purdue, so y'all know about Purdue. Purdue had the actual name brand Oxycontin. That was theirs, their name brand. So they had their name on that.
Who's that?
Purdue. Okay. But remember I told y'all Mallinkrodt was basically like processing it, and then they would sell it to people, right. And then they would put their own, their own company's name on it. Right. So yeah, they were getting by. Right. Yeah, they were supplying like 27 to 38% of all prescription pain meds in the United States. And when we were I was in nursing school, a big thing for us was pain assessment. Do you remember that?
Yes.
And we had to do the pain scale, and it was like this big thing, and they made it out to be like, it is one of the body signs. You know what I'm saying? It is where you doing this. When you're doing an assessment, you ask people about their pain.
Through the 90s,
but they was pushing that on us. They was pushing it.
And then we worked in it, so these drug reps was a big thing. And they would bring the doctors.
Yes,
golf clubs,
they were pushing. I remember this
and they would,
vividly.
And they would bring the doctors golf clubs and all that. And they would say, "Hey, use some of this, whatever." Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna use no brand names, but use some of this, and your patients shouldn't be in pain. So it was a big movement on it.
Mm-hmm. And then they would also selling stuff like large amounts of, morphine, opioids to Florida, and not even being like, what are you needing all this for?
Right.
They was just selling it to them. And so the government actually got involved and was like, just because your name wasn't on it don't mean that you're not responsible for that. Right. So the government ended up stepping in and they sued them. The government sued Mallinkrodt for $1.7 billion. And these lawsuits broke the company because not only did the government sue them, regular people sued them as well.
Private citizens.
Yeah. And then the final payout ended up being something close to $700 million that Mallinkrodt paid in cash for their role in the opioid crisis. And these were, like I said, cash funds. And they say that those are currently being distributed to families and communities who need drug treatment programs and to pay out personal injury claims. I don't know if that's true.
Right, because it's still a lot.
I don't know if that's
true.
People
out here on it that I don't know. But yeah, that's sad.
And then they also were ordered to basically tell the government how they were able to push these medications on people.
Right. Because it was kind of like
and get away with it. You know what I'm saying?
Put into medical, because the pain.
It was they made us
do a whole thing about pain. and you should not be in pain.
Yeah.
You know, relieve their pain. You know, so it was a thing.
And they were pushing like opioids. They was pushing, giving people opioids.
Right. Come in, you know, like I said, example, little college girl play volleyball. Oh, I hurt my back. Okay, well, you shouldn't be in pain. Here's some opioid. And then they say, oh, I feel great. Let me keep, and then once the pain, the injury's healed, you keep taking them, and then next thing you know, they're like, you can't have it anymore.
Yeah, and then they were selling it to like Florida,
right?
The state. So when you say like, how did these people get these medications to sell to folks? They got it from Mallinkrodt. They got it from St. Louis, which is kind of sad. Now, as far as the nuclear waste goes, because Mallinkrodt was hired by the federal government to help with the atomic bomb, they argued that they were acting as an agent in all of their activeness. And under federal law, the government is responsible for the liability of the radioactive waste, not the contractor.
What?
That's what they said.
But if the contractor is the one that's not handling the nuclear waste properly, then shouldn't you step in as the government to handle it? Because what you mean you handle the waste, not the...
They said that they were responsible for getting them the product. They weren't responsible for getting rid of the waste products. The government was.
Oh, that's what they said.
That's what they said. That's how they have been avoided this.
They feel like if I'm okay, so you saying like, for instance, if I say, well, I build TVs, so you give me these tubes and they got radium in them, which is hazardous. I build a TV. People get done with their TVs, they throw it in the alley, and you get radium in the atmosphere. Who's responsible? The TV manufacturer or the government? That's kind of like
that's what they
kind of question.
Yeah.
Who is responsible? Because you say, well, we made a bomb and the bomb dropped and it's done. We ain't got nothing to do with what came out of the bomb.
That's what they say.
World,
That's what Mallinkrodt has said. And over the years, more than 140 federal lawsuits have been filed by St. Louis families and cancer survivors attempting to sue Mallinkrodt for negligence. But federal judges have dismissed a vast majority of these lawsuits. And instead of Mallinkrodt paying, the U.S. government and American taxpayers are footing the $1 million bills that they are putting forward for cleanup. Something has happened up here.
That's a little accident.
Okay. So taxpayers basically have been paying for these I'm trying to be nosy for these lawsuits.
So you robbing Peter to pay Paul.
It was an accident up here. I'm being nosy. I had to put my glasses on.
So we just got off at Hanley here, and
so a lot of the radioactive waste is in this area.
Yes, from here all the way to the airport, over Kenlock,
yes,
Berkeley, all up
Timeless,
Robertson's Fire area, all up through there.
I'm in Florissant, and I live right next to Coldwater Creek all my 42 years. Wow. I had a 96 Buick that was great at driving on lawns. Okay, what? Oh, wow.
Yeah, well, let's try to keep it on the road. Keep it off the lawn.
Yeah, we don't want people on the lawn.
Somebody got in front of their car too.
Yeah, y'all could be nosy too with me. That's why, because it don't normally be that crowded at Hanley.
No, that's an accident.
Yeah.
See, I see that car got the front of it tore off.
Be careful when y'all out driving. You know what I'm saying? There's always some crazy people on the road with you. How you doing, Peaches? How you doing? Yeah, so this is Berkeley?
This is Berkeley.
This is Berkeley.
Berkeley, Kenlock is right back over my right shoulder over there. Back that way, Scudder Road, and over there. So this is like basically this was like a little. They had a fence up, and this was They kept the Kenlock black part over there, and they kept Berkeley the white part over here. So, but what's crazy is they put more of the nuclear waste in the white part.
Because it was the suburbs.
It was the suburbs.
It was the suburbs.
Why you got to do the suburban people?
Yeah, like everybody want to be in the suburbs.
Man.
Everybody wants to be in the suburbs.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, shoot. Wait a minute. Okay, we getting close. My dad retired from Tyco, previously Mallinkrodt by the levee. I grew up off Pershaw Road. Oh, okay, Rip. So this lane is also closed. So this is also where Cedric the Entertainer grew up. He grew up in Berkeley.
Yeah.
I like how he is blowing all the stuff off the streets.
That's part of their job.
Okay, that's nice.
To make sure that the hazardous material is off the road, and if that happens to be gasoline or battery acid, they have to dispose of it.
Kay say I work with him.
That's their job.
With Cedric. Oh, cool. That's cool. Yeah, what he got? Does it say? Yep, his shirt say Berkeley.
His car say Berkeley.
Yep, this is Berkeley's finest, and they towing somebody's car. It's all police up here on the
because it was multiple cars involved.
He was hilarious, but I heard he got a. Do you like say it? Are you a fan of Cedric the Entertainer's comedy per se?
Not really.
I'm trying to think what of Cedric the Entertainers that I like.
The Four Horsemen or whatever that was with
Kings of Comedy.
Kings of Comedy, that thing.
Did you call them the Four Horsemen?
Kings of Comedy. No, I'm thinking about Sugar Ray, Marvin Hagler, Duran, and Hearns. The Four Horsemen.
Burke, look at they call. Don't see. This is why you drive right.
I really wasn't the Kings of Comedy. Wasn't into either of them.
Yeah, I thought it was funnier people. I mean, I think they funny. Don't get it wrong.
All those, which one you think is funniest?
Which one did I think of?
Out of DL,
Kings of Comedy?
Yes.
I thought that Bernie Mac was the funniest. Is that wrong? Yeah. Like, who did you think was the funniest?
I say, what's his name?
Who?
To say punch a kid in the throat.
Here's Laddie. Next signal. Who? That's Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac was the funniest.
That's what I said.
Yeah. Yes.
Right.
Yeah, I still don't find a bunch of them. I mean,
the only one out of them is Bernie Mac.
Yeah,
I found funny.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're funny. I just don't think that it was like a King of Comedy thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like,
I tell you, like situational comedy. I tell you, like the masters of situational comedy in my mind would be like.
I'm sorry, Cedric.
What's his name? Dave Chappelle. Martin Lawrence, Eddie Murphy, Richard Pryor. Michael Epps.
Yep.
They do situational comedy really well,
So this is Laddie Avenue. Okay. Let's see here. Wait a minute. I don't know this area. Fun to watch. Okay, Peaches. Now, this is Berkeley.
Kinlock is back over here behind that tree line.
You know what's sad about this is this whole area was contaminated with the stuff that they brought out here. Because this is Laddie Avenue. And this is where they brought the stuff out on dump trucks and dumped it out here. They just threw it on top of land out here.
Threw it out here.
It was just land out here. You know what I'm saying? And you see, this is a residential area. That's why we came out here, so you could see his homes out here.
And then they got a park they done put on top of it. So
wait a minute, what did it say? Oh my gosh, Dave Chappelle was posted recently at an Usher concert. Was he? From Mallinkrodt. You are right down the street from me. Ooh, India, you live off of Laddie. My neighborhood, that's Hazelwood. My mom lived up the street in Ferguson on Olympia. I'm reading all y'all comments. I'm trying to.
Music Park.
Yeah, so this is where they dumped all that stuff, nuclear waste, and it's still, they really never cleaned it up. So.
We you know what?
Is this a park?
I just said it's a park right
there.
I
can't.
And we came through Kinlock and met Larry. What was it? Jennifer Lewis.
Larry Lewis.
We met Larry Lewis, Jennifer Lewis, brother. He gave us a personal tour. We had a phone interview with Jennifer. It was great.
Yeah, it was really nice.
It was wonderful. When we came to Kinlock, look for the video is. It was alive. Yeah, it was alive. But yeah.
Yes, offhandedly, they put a lot of stuff over here. A lot of radioactive materials.
This is St. Louis history.
So
St. Louis history.
I'm gonna repost this video on my YT page. I'm gonna try to download it tonight because I feel like everybody should know that. If it was even one little piece in there that you learn, where you learn something new, it was worth it. You know what I'm saying? To take the drive out here.
That was informative.
Yes, and so.
Yeah, they got a park right here where the nuclear was. Come on, now you got the park.
And this is the most active street because, like I said, they bought all this stuff from downtown where they was like doing real process. Well, they did all the processing down there, and then just dumped it out here off Laddie Road.
There by Robinson's Fire District, off the airport. I mean, come on.
And it's a pool over here. Rip say they used to swim at that pool. Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, they
and then they put a Snooks back here.
Oh.
A Snooks warehouse. Right over, right off one set, and a Old by Scudder, and they put a Pepsi front manufacturing place.
If you go left, go right at Quick Trip, that's where they dumped.
Right there, the Quick Trip.
It's a Laddie Road
on Scudder. Yeah, all up through here, man.
Cause Jana, the school must be over this way. I remember hearing about that.
That's crazy.
About that being poisoned.
Coldwater Creek for my whole life, almost 30 years.
Sure about the parks and how they get away with. I want to hear that. My dad was an IT manager, and I was probably raised on their evil actions. Well, yeah.
Oh.
What?
Oh, so no, I'm thinking about the parks because they have to designate so much land to like natural stuff, and that's the company I worked for did that. They would so much every 300-400 acres they would develop for the company. They would put a lake.
Really?
And that's how they got away with it without, some kind of way. If you develop so much land for this, like warehouses, you have to put like a lake or a park, and then it's considered like you put some wildlife there. And they give you like a little,
He said, go right here.
Yeah, you can't go that way anyway.
Okay, it says,
right
thank you for telling me. The one in Wellston wasn't properly zoned on purpose. Okay, wow. A duck pond.
Yeah, and that's how a lot of these rich, they get away with that because they say, oh, this is natural, whatever, but...
Which way you going?
Get back to the right city. On the 170.
Okay. So it was over here?
Yep, right over all this little stuff by the highway.
They call it a wildlife refuge.
Yeah, and then you can build like if you like Amazon, all these big places, they build these huge warehouses, and then it takes up all this natural land from the deers, and then they put one little lake. They put a little koi pond or something. They say, oh well, I put so much natural, and then you can do another 400 or 500 acres as long as you put another little lake there.
Okay.
So it's the rich got a lot of ways of going around things that we can't get around, we can't skirt stuff like that, but they can always wink at each other and make it happen,
Wow. I mean,
yeah, I think if you go straight, just take you right on the 170.
I want to send stuff to you about Wellston. How can you do that? You know what? I'm gonna give you, DM me, and then I can give you my what you call it? My email. Yeah. So you can email it to me. Okay, here we go. So we getting back on the highway. So that is our quick history on Mallinkrodt and how they have poisoned the city of St. Louis and its citizens. Oh, and the world, Craig, because it wasn't just St. Louis; it was the world.
But what about Japan? They still having effects from that.
And then also
still to this day.
Are we the only people? Is Americans the only ones that use opioids? Like, you know what I'm saying?
No.
Okay, so yeah, then it would have been the world, Craig. They were sending it all over the world.
Amsterdam, they got the whole thing where they give them a park and
Yeah, and then they put their names. That's another thing they do, so that you would be like, oh, I love them so. They put their names on things like hospitals. They be like, we doing cancer research, but baby, you caused all these cancers.
Yeah,
you get me?
I think it's got one more. That's close, but that's CR.
Thank you, Rip.
It's something, a D in there.
I'm gonna tell you. Yeah. It's Mallinkrodt. Mallinkrodt.
D in there.
It's a D.
It's German.
Yeah. And again, he was rich. He came from Germany because, he came from Germany and he was rich and he was like, I want to come to America and see what I could do over there. So he came to America and bought farmland.
Opportunities. And see, like, he knew Clark. I mean, you talking about Lewis and Clark, the pioneers that, basically went west and conquered all the native land. And
they had a lot of land that they got too.
Yeah, and they all got 300 acres or so, for conquering these natives. And so, he was back there with them. I mean, that's old money.
They got bought by Tyco. I went to Berkeley High to the right. It's over this way, Jar. I mean, you ain't gonna be able to see it right now, probably. In the winter, maybe. In the winter, if we on the highway, yes. But not today. Because St. Louis has all of this overgrowth. We are headed back down to the city, and we are taking highway.
This is, we on...
tore down.
170.
170.
On 70.
It's in the area of the Barnes Hospital, named after him.
Yes, Mallinkrodt.
Yeah.
Mallinkrodt building.
I used to work in the Mallinkrodt.
See, so,
I worked at Queenie Towers too.
They say, well, they're philanthropists. They give to, and then if you put your name on like a hospital or some, a nursing home, it makes it like, but it's not necessarily the case.
And then the fact that they keep telling people like these people that's these drug dealers or these people, and it's them. It's them. You get me?
Yeah, because
they are the ones buying this stuff overseas and purifying it here and selling it to people.
Wherever. But a little guy in the Bronx in the projects or down in South St. Louis ain't got the money, the resources, or the power to bring,
or the scientific laboratories to bring,
or the ships or the cargo planes to bring that into the U.S.
Yeah, so they're they're still producing synthetic narcotics, you know what I'm saying? Synthetic medications. So they still do synthetics. And one of those would be like Tramdol, you know what I'm saying? That's one that I remember. So yeah, they didn't get out of the business. They still doing it. Ultram is So So yeah, that ends the story here on Mallinkrodt. We are on our way back down now.
You know, we already know, man. They drive crazy on 70. That's why I was just actually thinking that, like, let me get to the slower lane on 70 because they do drive crazy.
You know what? I got another one that was right here. Since we driving past here. So if y'all didn't know, we actually had a plane crash in St. Louis. And it killed, it was a plane of 44 people. It crashed into where, what is this called down here? Express Strips.
Yeah, basically behind Upsall.
Yes, it actually crashed right here.
Express Strips is right there.
Killed 38 people of the 44 on board in 1976, I think.
And that was like right behind Upsall.
Right here.
Yeah, that would have been wooded.
Yep, and the people of Normandy ran out. They heard the crash. They ran out of their houses and helped pull people from the plane. And the people that survived because people in Normandy pulled them out of that plane. Yes, off the highway, right there.
Right in Upsall's backyard. Man, I almost just got rear-ended.
Did you? Yeah.
Well, that bus, they tried to come around that bus.
You want me to tell you the story? They said, was it a commercial flight? I can actually, they tried to come around the bus.
Go ahead. Tell the story.
I can tell you the actual whole story here if you like, Jess, because you asking questions. It was the Ozark Airline Flight 809, okay? And it crashed on July 23rd, 1973 is when it crashed. Now, it was the worst commercial airline disaster in St. Louis history, in Missouri history, and it occurred in a wooded hillside 2.75 miles south of Lambert Airport. The flight originated in Nashville. They made 4 stops before encountering deadly weather over St. Louis. Okay, so 44 passengers were on board, and of those, 3 of the crew, of the 3 crew, 2 of the crew lived. Both the pilots lived. The flight attendant died. So 38 people died on that flight, and it crashed over there at 5:43 p.m.
And then you know what? The flight attendants be actually literally back there trying to help everybody else.
That's probably why she died.
And then, you know what I'm saying, the plane, you said it took a sudden.
Let me tell you about that. During its final transmission to the air traffic controllers, air traffic informed the crew that an active thunderstorm was passing just south of the intended landing runway, which was runway 30L at Lambert Airport. These thunderstorms were moving into the direct flight of the plane, and at 5:43 p.m., the aircraft hit torrential rains, strong winds, and violent strikes of lightning. And an intense microburst pushed the plane out of the sky, and it crashed into this field. Witnesses and radar noted that the airplane was actually struck by lightning. But when they did research, they said that they didn't see where the plane had actually been hit by lightning. The airplane broke apart on impact, and it came down in a heavily wooded ravine in Normandy, near Upsall. It burst into flame, drawing local bystanders who rushed to help. They pulled survivors from the burning wreckage, and of the 44 passengers and crew, 38 people were killed, with 6 survivors. Both pilots survived. However, the only flight attendant working died. Among the survivors was a guy named Sue Sykes. He was 30 years old. And Tansy Corbin. She was a 7-year-old at the time, and her entire family was killed. She was the only survivor.
Wow.
The emergency workers pulled a dog from the wreckage a couple days after the accident, and he was still alive.
He would have been in the baggage compartment.
He was in the baggage compartment, and the dog survived.
Yeah, that'd be in like the wings.
Yes. Now, today, parts of the area sit right next to Highway 70, and it includes the corporate campus of Express Scripts, which set up its headquarters there. Now, there was a memorial gathering on the 50th anniversary, which was a couple years ago. But yeah, we had the largest crash in the history of Missouri here in St. Louis.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, that's right. I'm wrong. They keep the fuel in the wings.
Do they?
Yeah, they keep the fuel in the wings of the plane. And then it's like piped into the wings, and I think, and then the underbelly of the plane is the baggage.
Yeah, so yeah, it's like been so much stuff that happened in St. Louis. We have so much history. Like, I didn't know we had a major air crash with all those many lives lost. That's a lot of people.
We had a lot of crash. We had Civil War battles. We had Revolutionary War battles here and all type of stuff.
So now we are on 70, right?
70s.
This is where, if you used to come down this way, this is where Hostess was, the Hostess factory. And then it used to be a big ass picture of the Pillsbury Doughboy on the side of this thing right here.
Yes. This was a mill.
I used to love going by there just to see them.
That was Pillsbury. It was like one of their mills where they kept their flour and mixes.
That upset me when they took that down.
That was like iconic.
It was.
And then to get down here by Taylor and West Florissant and smell sweet vanilla cake.
I can still smell it.
Man, Hostess, you would
I
smell
can
that
still
cake
smell
in the
it.
air, boy, them Twinkies. Boy, clear cream.
That was a time to be alive in St. Louis.
Man, glitter.
Just
They had all the new
if you was on a diet, you could just come park down here and just smell.
Just sniff it in.
I mean, you'll get hungry, but you wasn't gonna get no pounds on that butt.
What I'm talking about?
You know what I'm saying?
They took us there in 3rd grade. They pumped us full of red Kool-Aid and Twinkies.
We used to love going there when I was younger.
Man, that was a time.
Or you would like basically start smelling the stuff and then go in the store and then be like, oh my gosh,
they had a thrift outlet where you could get like 4 Twinkies for $1.
Oh my gosh, yeah. If you was smelling it, there's the sign right there. Boy, make me want to. Hostess make you want to slap somebody.
I miss it, man.
Now they'll slap you back. Don't get it twisted. If you slap somebody over Hostess, they gonna slap you back.
Yeah, I wouldn't slap nobody over.
T says, heck yes.
Man, they a little bit different today. I think Tasty cake.
Yeah, they not the same. It ain't the same Hostess. That was a field trip when I was in elementary school.
Man,
Yeah, peace.
Boy, them look.
That's what Hostess was really good. Okay,
boy, them old factory men, boy, they came out there. They had that big old picture. You know, it was grimy. Had
I wouldn't have
all around.
Oh, okay.
Look, they say,
what?
You guys like it, boy? They made that Kool-Aid, that cherry Kool-Aid without. Look, they used 5 pounds of sugar.
Now he done made me not want no Kool-Aid no more. I cannot. They had a rusty picture. I don't want none of that.
You know them old factory workers.
No, I don't know them old factory workers. Nah, don't bring no rusty. Look, I don't bring no Kool-Aid made no metal jar with rust on it.
Man, and then they was pumping us full of Twinkies. I'm talking about we was on that little train.
So did they tell you to get them, or was you pumping yourself full of Twinkies? Okay, now you gonna blame the people.
They had a Twinkie pump. They was every few seconds.
They had a
boom, want to go in.
It just blow up in your mouth. It's like hilarious how he just make up stuff like that. Okay.
They had a Twinkie pump, boy.
That was abuse. I would have loved to try that. No, you know what? That's kind of vulgar. We don't want to try the Twinkie machine. Because Twinkies stuffed in your mouth ain't always good.
Well, he said 2 more. He said 2 more over here.
I used to love Susie Q. So did my aunt.
Tap that like, guys. Tap that like. Remember, we have paid subscriptions and we trying to get 1,000 people to pledge
subscribe,
the $3 level to get this tour bus going for the registration and insurance. Got the bus, the license, and all that. We just need the insurance and that. Yeah. So think about subscription. Think about buying some merch and all that stuff, or a super fan. Yes. All that, whatever.
Buy a shirt. I got my shirt on. He gonna show it to y'all. He gonna show it to y'all. We gonna have to park somewhere. I used to love Suzy Q's. They don't make them anymore. Okay, so my aunt used to love Suzy Q's. The same aunt that had the Pepsi addiction.
Pepsi coming out of her.
And she had Pepsi coming out of her scalp. Everybody always think I'm lying. Yeah, she was in love with Suzy Q's, and she would send us to the Feldman's, which was our local grocery store back in the day, to get her Suzy Q's. Okay, and she was. I'm shocked that she didn't have like cream filling coming out of nowhere.
She has Pepsi.
I'm so shocked. You a Pepsi girl, Kate? Wait a minute, Kate. You a Pepsi girl?
Well, you know what? Ain't nothing like a cold Pepsi when the first drink.
Yeah.
After the first one, it ain't no good.
I don't drink it no more,
but it ain't that first one. You know where you be like, ooh.
Yeah, like that's what she liked. That's what she liked.
That right there.
Yeah, she liked that burn that you get. You be like, oh, I can't take it,
first one.
And then it just go away. Yeah, that's what I like Sprite for. Yeah. It's like you drink it, and you be like, yeah,
drink a Sprite, boy. You lose your breath.
Yeah, you be like, oh, and then it'd be mellow. You know what I'm saying?
Then it just be sweet.
You know what I'm saying? The first drink of any
drink of Dr. Pepper, when you crack it open a 20-ounce plastic bottle one, that first drink, you not only get
I'm ignoring this.
Not only get
okay.
that burn, you get
that's
that,
enough.
You get that cinnamon, the cardamom.
Okay. So I've turned off because he's talking about Dr. Pepper. I have turned off. Okay. I don't think that. Okay, I don't agree with savory sodas. I don't agree. I think that you can have a savory donut, but not a savory soda.
Boy, Dr. Pepper got
salt, pepper, cinnamon, cardamom,
marjoram,
right,
allspice,
oregano, right,
allegedly.
Basil.
I don't know that love it.
Savory.
It's very savory. It's something in there.
Okay, Jess just did it. I love Dr. Pepper, only carbonated though. I don't drink soda much. Okay, always going on. I do, Mike, because why? It's a savory soda. It's like basically having, a Thanksgiving meal in a drink.
Sweet potato.
Nobody want that.
But
Nobody wants that.
It's something about it, man. That little, it's almost like root beer, but not.
Okay, I can't.
It's something different.
This is the Dome.
This is where the Rams used to play.
Go to Sioux Lord. Ooh, we headed that way. Naked bike run this week. What? Did you hear that? Oh no. Did you hear that? Who said that? Who gonna be doing this?
Where is it gonna be at?
Oh Lord. I didn't know they did stuff like, who would be on a bike naked? Like, I can only imagine the seat and the problems that you would have from it.
Yes.
Because your cousin yesterday called us and was like, I'm on a bike and my whole butt hurt.
He was like, yeah, his butt was hurt.
He was like, the whole thing hurt.
And now you 60, 50 years old.
Right.
Yeah. He said, man, I rode about 2 miles and man. I said,
okay, I'm doing this because no one wants to see that. No one wants to see that.
TMI.
A naked bike? Wait a second. Are you serious? They do that in No, they do it every year in the Grove. Oh, no.
Oh, in the Grove?
In the Grove. Oh, my God.
Well, have fun.
Is it going to be at nighttime? Because I don't want nobody seeing this. Make bike ride Town Grove. No, naked critical. I'm losing it. I am the peaches. I think I'm overheating.
Okay, let me ask you. Now, do they rent the bikes out? Or
it is Wanda.
It's a serious question.
Yes, can you?
Now,
can you imagine the mess on the seat?
Do they rent the bikes out, or do you have to bring your own? And my second part of my question,
that's a real question.
If you bring your own, do you have like a cover you put, or if you rent it, do they have a little cover like they got on the toilets where you can? Because other people would. Do other people use them?
What kind of? Okay, he done got.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
I don't know, and I really don't know. I would.
I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it wouldn't just be sweaty seats. Nah.
No, it'd be more than that.
Nah, it wouldn't just be sweat on the seats. It would be more like I'm just say it like whole contact.
So if it's your personal, you can do what you want with it.
Not like 3, 2, 1 contact. It would be like whole contact. Dun 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 dun.
I can't tell you.
We can't tell you.
Who to sock it to.
Cause it's your thing. Ow! Do what you wanna do. Don't.
Naked biking.
What?
Might appeal to you.
It might. I had to leave it like that because inquiring minds need to know. There you go, T, baby. Because I can't. And then we talking about we got mosquitoes. It's hot.
It's
we talking about like
it's a bad air day.
Okay.
It's sticky.
And we have the kind of heat here in St. Louis that make you literally have booty crack sweat.
Yes. So
booty crack sweat.
It just ain't going to have nothing to catch it. So it's going to be going right through to the bike seat. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying it's your personal bike.
It better be. They said it's got to be your personal bike. So many things could go wrong.
You be like,
don't visit this weekend, Wanda.
You be like,
yeah,
you can have this.
Yeah,
you got you a swing. Don't keep that.
Okay.
I don't want that.
Yeah, I wouldn't want it.
You be like,
They don't care. They get
free.
Misha said they don't care. They be out there free. Vicky, don't come this weekend because I cannot. They gonna be naked biking, and nobody want to see that.
It's too hot for that.
Nobody want to see that.
It's certain things ain't appealing naked when you look at it. Certain stuff is, if you glam a girl, year. But
no, I cannot. I don't want to see that. Like, I ain't got nothing against, you being naked. You do what you do.
We have done a Limp Mansion live, yes, many times.
We gonna drive out there.
Yeah, we've done that area live. And it's right down the street.
See, they running. They not biking, and they got on clothes.
He got on booty shorts.
Prune bodies on bikes. Oh, my gosh.
Booty running shorts.
He literally had that on. Angie said
split was up to his hip bone, up to his kidneys.
Can drink Dr. Pepper warm. Okay. You know what?
Ain't good warm.
Well, they getting it, baby.
That's a running club.
They are getting it.
Okay.
It's at night here.
Fitness.
I can see why it would be at night.
Yes. Do they close the street out?
Mosquitoes are gonna have a field day.
Boy,
it's not gonna be no area off limits. They gonna woo.
I'm putting my hand in places
I am a boy, you know what I mean. Cause I can take you to a place that's nice and quiet. There ain't no one there to interrupt. Ain't gotta rush.
I just wanna take it nice and slow.
Now baby, tell me what you wanna do.
Now tell me,
do you wanna get freaky?
I'll freak you right, I will.
What? I'll freak you right, I will. I'll freak you
like nobody made you feel, girl.
That's what the mosquitoes gonna be saying on them booty cracks.
They gonna freak you.
You gonna have some West Nile in your sweaty cracks.
Hey,
I can't believe I just read that.
They know somebody.
Hilarious girl.
They know somebody like you. I don't even like West Nile when it go there.
Oh, they cracking me up. Okay, this. I'd rather live on the Mallinkrodt land than ride on somebody else's naked bike seat.
What did he say on that movie when he in the tank?
When
Ice Cube told Michael, he said, "Put your hand in that tank." Nope, I'd rather do that. But
he said, "Put my hand in Oprah's ass." That's what he said.
I put that glove on.
I'd rather do that. Cause like that's exactly how it's gonna sound when they sit.
My glove be way.
Yeah. Oh, that just made my ear hurt. Oh gosh. Oh no. Or you throwing up, Kate? You started it. Okay, we are in Soulard. Okay, I just love how she crossing, baby. She crossing. That ain't how you supposed to cross, folks.
I'm like, what are you doing?
We just saying. This is Bogart's. They're always packed right here.
Lying around the corner.
And I do love his hat.
Sell out the corner.
And I do love his hat.
Sell out.
Yes, session times. This is the Soulard neighborhood.
So Soulard is the oldest market in Missouri. It's 1785, I think it was founded by, I think her name was Julia Soulard. She had got a land grant from the Spanish. You know, of course, they have all plantations down here. And she said, I'll give the grant. I'll give it to the city when I'm done. But you got to keep the market there. She liked vegetables.
Right.
Grant, I'll give it to the city when I'm done. But you got to keep the market there. She liked vegetables.
Right. Okay. Any history or knowledge on the transition center on First Street? What is that? I'm gonna have to look. You know what that is?
Wait a minute. Is that the place down by the
Sydney?
By the Meacham Crossing thing? That place we was looking at?
What is that? Yeah. If let us.
You know, right there. Remember we was looking down on it. That looked like that might be it because that's First down there. Because man, we was like, what is this? Kind of look like something like a like an institutional building.
Yeah. Well, maybe we can look it up and see. Hey, Mysterious. This is the old city hospital here in South St. Louis City. And then I don't know why they was like saying that they named the gate district from the gates that sit around the city hospital. I don't think that's true.
No.
Yeah, like I must have just read that somewhere.
Compton Heights.
Turn on. We on Tucker. This Tucker, right?
Tucker leading up to Gravois. This is another route that you could take to get down into downtown.
Yeah. For
the trading, you can take Gravois.
Yes, they said sorry it lagged, but yeah, it's a probation and parole division under DOC. We saw that.
Yes, it's like we was wondering what that was. It's under the little Meacham Crossing thing down there that they don't maintain.
Yep, they don't.
Which you
this
should
church
that maintained.
Sad.
This is one of the old
This
churches.
is sad. I saw a story where this lady was walking on the north side. People been falling into manholes. Did you hear that?
Yes.
Have y'all heard that? In St. Louis, people have been falling in through manholes. They was like the manhole covers are missing.
People are scrapping.
And this lady was walking from a club.
People they be on their phone.
Yep, and she wasn't paying attention, and she fell into the manhole.
Catch Me Pokey or whatever it was.
Pokemon Go.
Yeah, they was falling into. You gotta look up from that phone.
Yeah,
you got to.
But it's not just that, babe. Will you guys visit WashU with some history? Yes, I did her. Yes, she fell in, and then the city said it wasn't their problem. They was like, they ain't got nothing to do with that.
You're responsible for the manhole.
But they don't remove the manhole covers. I mean, they can't monitor every manhole cover in the city of St. Louis. I mean, right?
So, but if it happened, guess who gets in trouble for it?
And this has happened a couple times.
Because
they said the city ain't get no responsibility for this. That's what I'm saying. I saw a story where they said that it's not. We will do WashU, Phoenix, yes. And then they put this stuff down in the middle of the road here. I don't know why.
I don't know. It's like Frogger. It's like an island. I don't know what it is. They think people don't know how to cross the street.
But then
you got potholes.
The whole tire is falling off the car when you go through the potholes. I don't understand.
Put some asphalt in there.
Who is doing this?
Lee's Chicken. I would say the best chicken in St.
Louis.
It is. Fried chicken wise, the best.
Trying to They trying to slow down traffic. It ain't gonna work.
How is that gonna slow down traffic?
People are not gonna.
People just gonna run.
They just gonna roll over that.
Right.
Yeah, people are crazy. Like seriously, like we got a lot of one of the reasons why we started doing this, we got a lot of mental illness that is not just being left untreated, and people are trying to act like this is normalcy. This is St. Francis de Sales. They have a 300-foot spire on top of their church.
That's almost as big as the Orange.
It's too great. I miss St. Louis.
St. Louis, it getting your blood, don't it?
Yep.
Well, we showing it. Every part of it almost.
Mm-hmm.
We be in every corner of St. Louis.
That's what everybody be saying.
Every nook and cranny.
Y'all always over someplace. This is the Fox Park neighborhood.
My boss is on Broadway.
There used to be a emos. I have to say that we go past there because I don't know why there ain't no emos no more.
Cruise Broadway is the only.
Bro, my man lights my man live right over there. Okay. I actually like this neighborhood because this is where I'm familiar with. You know, I'm familiar with this area.
South St. Louis.
So I love this neighborhood. That's Roosevelt.
The graveyard is the football field.
Who said that? Mark said that is the most dangerous QT. Do you agree?
Nebraska and Gravois.
Do you agree with that?
It probably is.
I would probably agree with you, Mark.
Is up there on the heightened awareness list. Yeah.
But I mean, you should look wherever the hell you at. You should be paying attention to where you are. But I really don't stop at that one too often.
Boy, they ran. They
closed through the crime.
They be having some.
I wasn't gonna lie to you.
Having some action over there.
Yeah, they. I mean, hell no.
Hell happened to the last.
Hell no. I'm saying it. This AutoZone is also, I would say, the most deadly one in the city. They used to be fixing cars up on the lot. It'd be oil spill. You be slipping all over there like it's a skating rink.
They had a up on that lot, boy. A jackleg mechanic.
We just being honest. This whole neighborhood has totally
South side
fallen.
We on the south side.
It has fallen. I love it.
By Gravois in Utah by Roosevelt.
Oh, you said okay. You know what? I'm not thinking about North City. You're right. Okay, y'all talking about, you said the one on Page is. Okay, let's talk about South City. In the South Side, that's the most dangerous one. In the South City.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to say that. Okay. Now, I can't give you no other information about, because that's where we are from, basically. And so, yeah.
And what's crazy is that
people still look like
they don't even, what tripped me out is that they don't even put QTs nowhere near North St. Louis.
No.
North St. Louis City.
They do not put QTs in North City.
If you didn't never notice that, they skipped over to North County and they put some Halls Ferry, Bellefonte out there, but yeah, they don't put them in. I wonder why.
I know why. Come on. We really gonna do this?
I mean, it's commerce everywhere.
I'm gonna just say this.
Money on the north, south, everywhere.
I agree, and I'm gonna say this too. People steal everywhere. Let's be honest about that. People steal everywhere, and
they're stealing a lot on the south right now with this little epidemic that we got. Right. So you can't say about.
So and then we talking about everybody. It's black people. Look, black people steal. Like somebody put a comment because I said that this Walgreens closed, and everybody was like, "It's closed because people were stealing." And somebody said, "Oh, the black people stole." Girl, stop. This is a white area. This was a white area. And I saw so many white people coming out of here stealing. Everybody steal. Don't try to make that like this a one-sided thing. Everyone steals.
And over here, it's mainly white people. I mean, like, I saw a guy go into the CVS with a Sawzall where they had the tide. Cut the lock off of the thing where they had the tide with a Sawzall.
Okay.
A cordless Sawzall. Cut the thing open, took about 8 bottles of Tide, the big ones with this pour spout, and walked on out with them.
Remember we saw the guy go in the Dollar Tree and put together his whole kit?
He put a kit together.
He had a spoon, he got bottled water.
He got some Band-Aids, some gauze pads. What you think?
And then walked out the store.
And walked out.
And I was like, okay. I took my glasses off like this, okay, and I put them in my pocket.
I think he got some rubber bands too to tourniquet his arm.
And I was wait a minute, can I do that? Can I do that?
It was for the other one.
It was the other stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, what?
The neat, hype, but yeah, come on, man.
A whole kit.
Let's not do it. Because they,
like I said, everybody is stealing. Everybody steals.
He didn't do no laundry because he took it right across the road. And what's messed up is I saw him later. He talking about, you want some Tide?
I can't. Don't do the police cars, DJ.
Tyrone Biggins.
Boy, they be on you like, what?
Tyrone Biggins.
This used to also be the location of CC's. That CC's was so awful. We went in there one time with the kids, and I was like, never again, baby.
It's a melting pot.
Never again.
But we got Asian. We got people from Nepal, Black, African.
I read your comment. How you doing?
Anglo-Saxons, Germans, Bosnians. Man, Saint boy, this little area right here, it's rich. It's rich.
Mallinkrodt's poisoning is more harmful than stealing detergent. I would have to agree with you, Peaches.
Oh yeah, I agree. I agree. But that opiate part of it, you know, that's causing a lot of that stealing. You know, because people, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
They got to get what they need.
And it's really, really bad, like right up in here. Like, can we show them where that?
This little edge of the city.
People was like telling us like, what you talking about? It's a whole encampment up here.
Right up
y'all can see it.
Line, where this
whole
encampment. You got like a pedestrian. See that little red thing? It's a pedestrian walkway that used to be open, and it would go over the bridge. You could jog through it. It was beautiful. But you know, look at this now.
See that?
See, this is what when you say what do they call it? Degentrifying a neighborhood, taking the money out, disenfranchisement.
They did that over here.
Look, this used to be beautiful over here.
I mean, this was what's his name's father's factory?
Vincent
Price's father's candy factory.
This was, I mean, like state of the art. You know, 60s, 70s, 80s. Look at it now.
Yeah, the car wash still there. Look at it.
Yeah, it's there.
You gonna go over there?
But you got a whole, you know, I mean, a homeless village. You know, nothing. There's, you know, I know again.
If people go, you gonna go through things. People go through things and stuff. And I'm not saying nothing about that because I have. But it's sad that the city is allowing these things to go on
and not helping these people.
That can't be good for people that live over here.
And it's not good for sanitation.
You see that up there?
Because they back there, you know, they using the bathroom. Where they using the bathroom? You know, it's not good.
No.
Help these people.
Yeah.
You know.
And it's a couple that live over here too that they just was. And it's a couple that live over here too that they just was talking about on the news. The little that like they be on the sidewalk. They from Sudan.
They from Sudan. They've been living on the side of the road for like since our kids were born, and they 30 now.
Yeah,
that's true. Like nomads.
That's actually true.
Yeah, they literally live on the side of gravel, right on the road, and this is how they used to live in. But so what do? You know.
I had Joseph talking about 10K for the first person to message me happy birthday. Did somebody message me happy birthday? So yeah, it's just, you know, it's a lot of stuff that you see going around in the city.
Yes. And that's why I love the city. It's so diverse.
Yeah, when you drive around, it's really cool to see.
You got to really be paying attention, looking around. You know what I'm saying? This is Bevo Mill, the German.
And what is it now? It's Little Bosnia, they call it.
Yeah.
Little Bosnia. This is a Bosnian area. And you could see with the Steimerich, that this used to be a German neighborhood. Right. Bevo Mill. And it's turning tonight. You can see it turning.
So we had a big influx of Bosnians in what was that, like 96?
Yep.
And they settled down here near the Bevo Mill, like all these little side streets, Walsh and you know, Hancock. They settled down in here.
Yep.
So you got a lot of Bosnian meat markets, and you got Zlatnik brothers, Mesnik. All this stuff is.
Have you ever showed them how these little houses look down these streets? They're pretty cool. The little houses, a lot of them are like frames, like that.
Yes, the little panel
pretty nice little area.
They're no brick. They're kind of like farmhouses.
Yeah, they're really cute
around this Holly Hills area.
Yeah. So it's a lot of clubs and like restaurants up here. We have the biggest population of. Yes, we do. Thank you. Oh, yes, we do. They bought up all the emos. I can't.
And they go all the Bosnian little track goes all the way up to Lime Ferry. Turns, it goes all the way up there by that. It's just a little track.
The violin shop on the left at Loughborough always got a shout out. You said what, babe?
No, I'm just about the Bosnian places. They go all the way up there by Lime Ferry. It's a little community, bakeries, little meat shops, and all that.
And then I'm gonna say I've been noticing a lot of Hispanics are moving over in this area now. It's a lot of Hispanic restaurants. Like it's a new one up here called what are they doing? Empanadas?
Yeah,
empanada. It's an empanada restaurant, and it's another one up here too. They open a lot of restaurants and stuff. Yes.
Big lots. I mean, hey, do your thing, you know.
Yes.
I'm more power to you, you know. Yeah, I mean, it's like they supermercados. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Do your thing. My Mexicanos.
But this is like the second largest population of Bosnians in the world. It's in St. Louis, in this area right here.
You know? They doing their thing.
Yep. Used to be only on Cherokee. Yes, that's true, Peaches.
Yeah,
that's true.
Now it's like Overland. You know what I'm saying? They doing their thing.
Like, I was like saying, like at school, when we were at school, I don't remember. We didn't really have a lot of Hispanic people that went to school with us, and so like that's like a. Now I think. I think
seriously, not for
you had a Bosnian friend.
I think a lot of Hispanics go to Catholic school.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, you wouldn't. So they.
That's true.
They are a high popular, Catholic religion. So they go to parochial schools mainly. Mm-hmm. So you wouldn't have seen them around the city public schools like that.
This is Princeton Heights. This is like the last area that you are in before you hit South County. We always say, we always ended up over this way because this is actually where we live over in this area. You know what I'm saying? We love this area.
Princeton Heights, Princeton, this is a nice area. It's quiet. It's a little old, traditional part of the city. It was German, Jewish at one time. Now it's kind of a mix. But it's still predominantly, it's 97% white. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of like groundbreakers. We was the first blacks at Abbott. One of the first.
Well, like the first black couple.
Yeah.
Married couple there.
Few of the first black people.
Yeah, that too.
In general.
Yeah, that's true.
At Abbott, we.
So I experienced that. See a lot, and that's where a lot of my whole this whole racism stuff got to stop. Is because I experienced, and I have experienced a lot of that in my life, and I'll be telling you, St. Louis has a different type of racism than a lot of places that you would go because people will say that it's not. A lot of people say it's not, but it is. It's very racist here. They won't let that stuff go.
It kind of goes along with that whole that Mason.
He was the first black person on Chippewa. Wow, really? And then this is a quiet neighborhood. Yeah, it's very quiet. But I'm gonna be honest. A lot of the neighborhoods are quiet. It's not a lot of areas that you go to. The crime rate is really down in St. Louis. It's down. And we still have some craziness
because we're 50 now. We was the knuckleheads
right.
in the 90s. We was keeping up all it. Seriously, we was keeping up all it. I know it's some little young knuckleheads today. I'm not saying it's gonna be young knuckleheads, but we took it to another level. I mean, it was like you had the whole the two organizations. You remember that was going in the night, and then you had the whole pharmaceutical thing that was going on.
Somebody who said Muscle says I grew up in St. Louis and now in Memphis ain't as bad as Memphis. I don't know. Like it would be like from it's pretty bad.
Well,
it's pretty bad.
Memphis and St. Louis got two kind of things. St. Louis got a different kind of street person, different kind of people. It's
Roosevelt
a different
was the
kind
same
of
behavior. Wow.
It's a different kind of.
Like they'll okay, I'm a girl, right? So I'm a black woman, and in St. Louis we get it. Like they look you in the face and say that they not doing something, but you be like, but you are though. Right. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they look at me in the face and peeing on my leg, but being like it's raining, as they say. And they do that a lot here. And they try to make you feel like. And then you grew up in Ferguson, and you're 54 now. I grew up in the South City and North County.
They literally,
and it was crazy.
Like, and they tell you, this is in my opinion, the type of racism in St. Louis is that you see in a general conversation with a white person, just out in St. Louis, you was talking, you say, man,
thank you, Edward.
I felt like I was racist. And then they'll say, oh, no. That guy wasn't racist to you.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
I know that guy. How you going to tell me how I perceive being discriminated against?
Right. And then they just tell you like
it never happened.
It's just crazy.
It never happened.
It's a whole thing.
There was no racism. There was no slavery here. We didn't used to sell slaves on the courthouse steps. It never happened.
Yeah.
That's the thing here in St. Louis.
It's just crazy.
Shut up about it.
Yeah.
That's the attitude here. Shut up about it.
Because that was a whole movement to make you shut up about it. So that was a whole thing. And we're going to do a story on that.
Policy that they put.
How they literally wrote it in the law to erase all the history.
Yeah, to hide it.
All
the records of the slaves, all the
and so it's
names.
Deeply ingrained.
Yeah,
here.
They hid all the slave records, all the, where they would, they had a slave census. And they buried everything.
Yeah.
300 freedom suits where people were free for their freedom, sue for it. And they tried to, all these records just got erased and messed up. It was a mess here.
And then St. Louis, we were like doing all these civil rights movements before it even spread south, because we were like, okay, you have people coming. We are in the Midwest. So you got people that were from north and south, and you meet here. So you got extremely racist people because we have Confederate sympathizers. You got,
Northern people.
Northern
That's
people.
Like, man, I'm free up here. What is you talking about?
Yeah,
Come up to Chicago.
A crazy thing. It's sort of like how Emmett Till, when he went from Chicago down south, and it was a big difference.
And then,
it's like that here.
You could do that in Chicago.
Yes.
Whistle at a little white woman or whatever he was doing. But
yes.
Down there in the Jim Crow, it wasn't like that.
Yeah.
So we was right in the middle. And, you had the Pullman porters, all these black men that were basically like butlers on these trains that went all over the United States. So as they're going across the United States, they going down south, they telling people, hey man, up here in the north, it's more opportunities. So the Great Migration started. And everybody started coming up north.
And then to keep us all scrambled, they started making it laws where black people couldn't live in the same neighborhoods as white people. And so St. Louis is one of the most segregated cities in America.
Yes.
It has the what do you call that?
The red line.
The red line is you can see the most prominently.
Red line in America. And what the red line is, the government, United States government, they came up with a thing. It was called the HOLM something. The
Delmore Divide, yes,
Housing something Act. But anyway, like anything that was just on the bad side of the red line was anything with black people, immigrants, homosexual couples, stuff like that they felt that they didn't approve of. But the A+ neighborhoods on this chart, white, predominantly white,
and south
and
south,
yes, and south of the red line. So anything on that side that was black people, it was considered hazardous. You can't get any home improvement loans. You have no equity in your home because it's considered blighted because black people live there. This was written into the United States government.
Right.
You understand?
And so that's why I say St. Louis has a different type of racism.
It's
history. So obvious. Once you come here, you will see. You'll be we driving through this area right now. This is a white area for the most part. This is a white area. And when you driving back north, you will be like, it's black. It becomes obvious that it's a black area. And so
or
it's very obvious here.
With less money.
Yeah.
They kind of
Cherokee was.
Yes.
Cherokee was an area that they, it was kind of classified as an area for white people that didn't have as much money as other people did. And
but they wanted to be kind of up
white flight
south,
is a big thing,
away from the poor blacks. So you put the poor whites up on Cherokee, and they said, well, you can be away from them.
Beautiful
but
sunset,
you can't be where these whites are because they got a little bit more money than you. That's how St. Louis is kind of classified. It's all about class. It's all about race. It's all about how much money you got.
And if you in the wrong area, they will pull you over, harass you, get you on that whole where you going to court and then you strung up in that whole legal system.
And all the traffic.
It's a whole thing.
They tie you up in that. And it's a whole, it's just.
So somebody was saying, we was not now, but somebody was saying you belly aching. No, we just telling you facts.
Just
and it's coming your way.
Question, and these are facts. And every time that happens where you disenfranchise it, now you see it ain't reached up here yet.
Yes, it has.
Well, I mean, compared to what it used to look like, yes.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying, you see how it spreads out.
Dispensary.
And you end up, just wrecking your whole city.
That's true, Grace. Grace says, and that's why they asked where you went to high school.
Yes.
It's a socioeconomic indicator.
Social
Correct.
economical experiment.
That's why it's so big here.
Everything.
Yes.
Where are you from? What family you from? What neighborhood you grew up in? That's almost the first question somebody gonna ask you when you meet them in St. Louis. Where you from?
Yeah, especially when you say I'm from St. Louis, and they'll say what high school did you graduate from?
Right. Did you go to St. Mary's or did you just go to the public schools? Did you go here? It's about class here.
Not back in the day, if you said Riverview, people would be like, oh, okay.
Right. Oh, that's exclusive.
When you say Riverview now, they be like, oh.
It's not a credit.
Another thing.
It's a whole thing because it's,
So it's St. Louis they be on some stuff always. I love St. Louis. I do. And sometimes you can't blame the people because the people are taught, right? We got to break that and start teaching them right. And that's what we're trying to do.
Written into policy. If you say, okay, this neighborhood is 100% white, just a hypothetical. And then you say, okay, 25% black moved in. Guess what? All those whites going to have to move now. Because it's got to be 75 of one thing. 75 of Asian, 75 of white or black. When it becomes 24 and 76 or whatever, 26 and 74, you got to move.
Yes.
And they've been doing this since the 1800s.
Yes.
Racial covenants, they call them.
Yeah.
Racial divide, racial covenant, to keep you divided. You know, if I talk to you and you talk to me and I say, man, you know what? We want the same thing. We both want a good job. We both want our kids to go to good schools. Blacks and whites ain't that different. But that's why they keep us separate.
Right. They don't want you to talk.
They don't
you wouldn't even know this was in the city. Yes. This is St. Louis Hills. This is where the Candy Cane Lane is. Really nice area. I mean, I recommend when we do the bus tours, we're going to bring you up because you should see this area. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Exclusive. You see everybody out running. The parks are maintained.
It's just a nice area.
It's tree line. It's beautiful.
And everybody should have this. This should not just be something in the South. Most definitely. I'm going to do that. So we are finna head home, y'all. Now, I told y'all Sunday is my birthday. I don't know if I'm going to do a live. I don't know because I don't know yet.
Whatever you feel like.
You know, I'm going to be 50. I don't know how that's going to come across when I wake up that morning. Am I going to be like, I want to hit somebody? Am I going to be like, yes, Lord? Okay. So I don't know. So if we are going to be live again, it would be either probably Saturday, maybe. I don't know. Or Sunday. I'll let y'all know. I'll let you know.
If you don't want to do it Saturday.
Sunday.
If you want to do it
Saturday. That would be cool if I'm just sitting Saturday there. We can do Baldwin.
Yeah, we just go ride out to Sunday.
Oh, because you off Saturday.
I'm Sunday.
Oh, because you off Saturday.
I'm off Saturday. Oh. Saturday we can ride out to Baldwin.
Saturday, so I might be off on Sunday.
Okay, so we'll do it live.
So Saturday. So y'all Saturday, join us back Saturday.
Baldwin, y'all.
11.
We're going to the Bacon log cabin at 11.
What? Okay.
Bacon log cabin built in 1828.
You're not doing too much, Peaches. You know I love you. The live is freezing. It always freezes right here.
Yeah.
My parents
we're finna go and shut it down.
Yes. Thank you, Peaches. So we love all of y'all. We had a wonderful time. I hope y'all learned something new today, because I sure did. And because the live is freezing. Film, if you have not followed us, everybody in here, if you haven't followed us, follow us, please, so you can know when we go live and you can get the videos. And
get you a paid subscription for $3 so you can support us to get our tour bus service going. So yeah, $3 subscription level at least. We're trying to get 1,000 people to do that to get this bus going. So get some merch, watch the videos, do whatever. That
was cool. It was and look at this. Ow! Tomato.
Oh wow.
Okay, so I made tomato soup bagels today. Thank you, Peaches. That's why I chose a tomato. I made from the tomatoes I've been growing. I made tomato soup bagels, and I'm gonna make grilled cheese with those when we get home. Thank you, Peaches. So that's cool that she gave us those gifts.
And you have the tomato. Tomato. What is that? The chicken bouillon.
Bouillon. Watch out now, right, Denise? Thank you, guys. Thank you. Oh, you know I love y'all. Seriously, I really do.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Hope you learned something. Yeah. We gonna go to Baldwin Saturday. It's gonna be cool.
Ooh, so Saturday we got a field trip. Y'all better come dressed like y'all going out to the club, y'all. No booty shorts though.
Come dressed like you going on the frontier.
Yeah.
You want some frontier booty shorts?
The only reason I'd ever send you a tomato, and I loved it. Thank you, Peaches. Thank you.
Frontier booty shorts.
Misha, I can't wait.
I'm made out of burlap.
She's crossing. They crossing. I'm definitely going to
where you going, young lady?
Do a video of the tomato bagel sandwiches tonight, because they're gonna be delicious. And then I also made a salad with homegrown cauliflower and broccoli, and I grilled my sunflower seeds. I roasted sunflower seeds, so I'm gonna put some sunflower seeds in my salad.
And they good. Them ranch was good.
The sunflower seeds came out great. I'm gonna put that video up tonight too, so you can learn how to roast you some sunflower seeds.
Yes, they good and easy.
I saw. So all right, y'all. I love talking. If you didn't notice,
looking all different ways.
If you didn't notice, so I will see you guys in that next video, y'all. See you in the next live. I love y'all. Oh, you can't wait to see. I can't wait to eat it. Okay, so I will see you guys Saturday at 11. At 11, we are going on a field trip to Baldwin. Oh my gosh.
Be there. Tell your friends.
You notice. Okay, so I love y'all. I'll see you in the next video. And then we're going to do a birthday celebration on Saturday then.
Yes.
For the 50th, y'all. Y'all better come ready to partay.
Partay. Sing to my throat.
You're right. Oh my gosh, Baldwin. That's what I said.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. They all celebrate. All right.
I don't know none of the words.
He sure doesn't. Okay, y'all. Okay, I see y'all. We'll see y'all Saturday for Baldwin.
Saturday morning, going
all
to
right.
Baldwin. Y'all better get ready, Baldwin.
And then have some cake. Bring some cake and ice cream. Okay, yes. Bring some cake and ice cream. All right, y'all have a good night.
MD 2020.
Love y'all. Bye, y'all. And as my husband says. Okay, so we got more grapes coming. This is like the second graping. That's what I'm calling it. But there are new grapes forming. We got some up here, right here.
And this thing need to be trimmed again.
Yeah,
Looks like there's some of the fungus.
Yeah.
Need to be treated again too.
Yeah, I'm gonna treat it.
And pruned.
And then when you walk through our archway here, I'm gonna just pull this off. We got flowers in bloom, sunflowers in bloom. And then look at the beans that are hanging in here. That's cool. We are gonna have all beans. Oh, and it's more dried out in here. We gotta come back through. That's cool. You can see them all through here.